It's Week 12 of the NFL, where we'll see this team's electric quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. Who knows what we're in store for here? And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The rain started earlier today. It hasn't let up much. It is going to be a wet one. Glad you're with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Nice and dry here in the booth, but Greg, you've been down on the field and played in one of these sloppy, wet, rainy games. What is it like?
Well, it depends what position you play. For the offense and defensive linemen, they love it. It's a little bit slower. The defense is a little bit slower to react to the ball. A lot more runs, less pass protection. So for them, they're thrilled.
All right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. And taking the snaps, a quarterback now in his third year in the league.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end. And the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games, and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Here's a first carry for their running back, and a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. It's a gain of 12 there. That's enough for a first down.
Each week coming into the game, every team in the league, Mike, places a huge emphasis on success on their opening drive. But the key to that is sustaining possession, converting on 3rd down. It's exactly what they were able to do here, keeping the ball on the ground. I can tell you firsthand, as an offensive guy, we never loved playing in the rain. I always felt like the defense had the advantage. They know it wasn't going to be much of a passing attack, hard to handle the ball, a lot of turnovers. So they've got to have a lot of early focus offensively and try to get something on track.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it is 3rd down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. We're about ready now for the punt. Look it up through the raindrops. No issue there, though. Fair catch, called for, and taken successfully. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
I think when you go back and watch the film for last week, Mike, he just looked indecisive. He didn't look like he was very comfortable operating within this system, and it led to a combination of poor throws and, frankly, a lot of bad decisions. I think he needs to stop just locking in on one guy, let the offense unfold, trust what the play caller and the game plan have established. I think if he can just operate the offense and not feel like it's all on his shoulders to create everything, I think it'll allow him to just take a little bit of a deep breath, let the game come to him, and have a lot more success than he did last week.
Fighting off defenders here, he'll churn forward and pick up 3. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down. He'll look to throw. He's going to look for the home run ball. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to... nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready now for their second drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Open man, left side, he's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds with a gain of 7. That'll be enough for a first down. A tight end in motion now. Now a give up the middle. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and a yard. He'll drop to throw. That's caught, left side, it's complete. And it looks like he's going to have a first down. Nothing fancy there, short completion, but it yields a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got it inside the 5. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
No problem there on the extra point, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense ready for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's a close game early on. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Here's 3rd and 7. That one hauled in. It's complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
3rd down, 3 to go. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down. Slot man in motion right. They run on the jet sweep. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
When they called that sweep, Mike, obviously they're thinking, let's pick up the 1st down. They didn't quite get to the chains, but I think they're going to be pretty happy with that game.
Now he'll run it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now, faking the give. He's got a man. That's complete. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. To the left side here. Caught by Baker.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
So 2nd down, and they'll run it. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
And they are all over that on defense. Good surge, drops him back. Let's put him at the 9-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he will dive into the end zone. Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And the visitors will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. The next drive about to get started. Before it does, we'll take a look ahead at what's coming up this week. Tonight, Sunday Night Football, Eagles and Rams. Great NFC battle at SoFi. And then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, it's the Ravens and Chargers also at SoFi Stadium. And we'll take a peek ahead now. Thanksgiving Day triple header starts with Bears-Lions in Detroit, Giants-Cowboys in Arlington, and a good one to wrap up the holiday. Dolphins and Packers from Lambeau Field.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
On third down, we'll try to get it on the ground. Good work on the ground. He's got it. First down. Up at about the 42. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it, but he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
Up the middle they go. Here's a 2nd and 6. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Two minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. Greg and I will be right back after this. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll throw out of the gun.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a first down.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal. Back to the air one more time. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. They'll run. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. And that's going to bring up 4th and goal. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. His kick is perfect. And his guys will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
Anytime you find yourself kicking in these elements, Mike, you just can't take anything for granted, especially when it comes to your plant foot, your balance, your control, your footing. It's so important, and give credit. He does a great job here, able to put that one through.
The visitors' offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And that one shut down right away. Good pressure on the backside. The defense stops him for no gain. He'll keep it on the ground here again. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with the EA Sports Halftime Report. It's all yours, Coach.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And a touchdown separating these two as they've gone to halftime. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are out in front in that one. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter.
Coach, thank you. And the rain only intensifying as the teams are back out here for what figures to be a sloppy second half to come. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. They send a receiver in motion left. He'll try to run for it.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on fourth down. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen, trailing here in the third quarter, they convert on fourth down. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. That's going to be pretty close. Looks like he's got it, and he does. First down. They'll stay on the ground. He is in.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw here is complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up third down. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The visitors' offense ready to come back out for this next possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. Punt team out, ready to send this one away. We'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. That's taken at about the 14. And he'll get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll air it out down the middle.
I think at some point for this quarterback, he has to start looking some other directions. I mean, he's tried to get the ball now to this guy multiple times, and all of them have resulted in incomplete passes. I'm not saying don't throw it to him in the future, but maybe get yourself a couple easy completions elsewhere before you look back in his direction. I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. This team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Look wide. Get this one complete. Here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. That one knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your...
And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the punt team as this drive quickly stalled out. So he's on to punt it away. This returnable from inside his own 40. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. So now this team's offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it on the inside handoff. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line with the official signal. He's got enough for the 1st down. He'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He knocks it through, and his guys move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Open man downfield, it's Baker. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He's going to tuck it and go. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Here in the fourth quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball.
And he will get into the end zone.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Now, the extra point. His kick is good. And the visitors move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Going to return this from the 10. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The drive will start on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 30. Second down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
There's that man again. Another catch. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
To the air now on 1st and 10. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. 2nd and a yard.
Second and 1 at the 43-yard line.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
The main goal for these quarterbacks when they're facing zone defense, Mike, is to identify the soft spots quickly. You need your guys to get open and stay open all before that defense has a chance to get home with their rush. They want to tie the coverage in with the rush unit. Like you see here, when you can give good protection and your receivers can get open and find those open spots, you deliver the ball on time. There's a lot of room to operate.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
Critical 3rd down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the 4th quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A dive, and he's in. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point is good. And his guys extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Good pickup of 16 on that screen play, and a 1st down.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this to Baker. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Now he takes off. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is up and through. And the visitors have taken a 4-point advantage. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. One final kneel down here inside the 40-second mark. Should be enough to put this one on ice. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.
The field goal is good. Makes the
So it's a win for our visitors. They get the home victory here in the division in the first of their 2 scheduled matchups. Have a chance to go for the season sweep on the road later in the season. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.